Hello all and welcome to this reading. I went for a nice hike today and pulled some cards. I actually filmed another video that ended up being deleted, but when I came home I pulled some more cards around the cards that I had pulled out in the woods, and instead of reading it as one large reading, I felt like it was four different sets of people, pretty much. But on each side, I did have these cards that I feel are a message for the whole. So while you choose which of these you feel most drawn to, I'm going to read this first. So the theme here is how we find harmony and balance. Originally, this reading was going to be about how we're coping with the coronavirus. And the relationships in our life, how they're being affected through this. So, and these beautiful cards came out with it. They're actually the same color as this card. So we're looking at our heart and our sacral and finding some sort of balance here. This also immediately, for me, was a huge sign that the Pleiadians are here and speaking, because these are the two colors that they would relate to in the physical realm, and they are all about harmony and seeing ourselves in one another. And with that, we have the Four of Wands, Foundation and Achievements, it says on here, but I read this as the 1111 card, so it was pretty loud and clear to me right now that not only are we looking at how to heal our household that we are stuck in as of right now, but how we can help those that we are in that space with heal, allowing each other to be our teachers and allowing ourselves to be their teachers. So that's kind of what the center of all of this is around. We have a few more cards before we start here. Transformation, so this is death, movement, choices, and decisions. Patience, the Temperance card, and the Alchemist. Disruption, which is the Tower, and Destiny, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So for a lot of people, there are some big decisions being made, and that's what these will be revolved around, is what decisions are coming to the forefront. What are we learning during this time? What seeds have we planted? And if you see here, okay, so from the Pleiadians, something is coming to an end here, and it was an old paradigm, an old way of thinking, and right now the choices that we're making are a form of alchemy. So what we're choosing to do with this time that we've been given with the coronavirus, connecting to our crown here, what we choose to do with it is really important, because we can shatter this old paradigm, this old way of being, and start a new cycle that's more connected to our authentic selves. So that's what this reading is about. With this, we also have teeth. So it says take a big bite out of life. So, letting ourselves enjoy and do what it is that we enjoy, rather than what we think we have to do. And that's being forced on a lot of people right now. And if you're not watching this during the coronavirus thing, that's okay too. It'll still apply to you if you decided to watch this. And then this says surrender and let go of the past. And that's what will allow this new cycle, because the past is rooted in what's dying off here, what we're letting go of as we move towards the seeds that we have been planting over the last half of a year or so. This also is a warning to be careful about what you say, and how you use your mouth. Okay. So I'm going to keep these out here, just as a reminder of what this is all about and who is telling us. So starting with this first one, I'll show you it one more time. We have Celestite as choice one. Oh no, the cards. I'm going to take that as a sign to let go of how your heart has been hurt in the past. Let go of past love situations. She's wearing a green shirt too, so that's kind of perfect. I don't remember what kind of rock this is. If someone could tell me, I'd really greatly appreciate that. We have Amethyst with a little sprout on it, and a piece of Garnet that my friend Ashton gifted to me. So let us dive in. Starting with the Celestite from Alexandra. We have accelerated motion, fulfillment of wishes, sacrifice, the Hangman card, and the crown chakra. Corona. Ooh. We have the flower, healing, life energy, and the two four agreement cards that we have is don't take anything personally, everyone lives in their own dream, and don't make assumptions, eliminate gossip. So it looks like what I get from this one is that everything that's happening right now is exactly what you specifically wished for, almost like you wish on a star, and now it's coming in for you. So you just have to wait for it a little bit, and it'll flow in, and that'll come through opening your crown chakra so that those blessings can pour in. So again, you can relate it to what I read earlier, however it feels fit. The flower card is a dream card. So when I pull these, I usually have the intention of, obviously the message of it, but also to look out for these as signs from any guides or loved ones who have passed on who are assisting you now. So we have flower, and it says pluck the weeds and plant the seeds of your most magnificent expression. So what you've been letting go of, or in the process of letting go of, is so that you can plant new thought seeds that are even better for your true authentic self, which makes sense here with this crown chakra. It's like as you release things that no longer serve you, the divine has much more room to come in. And then the fairy cards that we have are healing. It says, now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has the natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. And here we have life energy. The happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. So I feel like this is specific. This message is more for you, that whoever you are spending time with in the present moment is teaching you something about yourself and shedding light on maybe what has hindered your healing and what has prevented you until now from stepping into your highest and most authentic version. So as you remove the weeds of what you were, you can, one, have more energy because you're no longer doing what has drained you in the past. But you can also recognize what needs to be healed in you so that you can help others heal that aspect of themselves. You see, they kind of go hand in hand. She's like, it's both. It's like heal yourself to heal others. For this one, for this group, your mantra is heal yourself to heal others. Because I guarantee you that whoever you're spending time around has a lot of the same stuff going on that you do, maybe in ways that you haven't wanted to look at. So as you can find the strength to to heal those aspects of yourself, you can heal in them. And then you're not controlling them, you're not forcing them to do anything. You are simply changing the energy. And if they decide to change with it, they'll follow. And if they don't, then you'll know that that's another week to pluck. But you are receiving a lot of healing right now with these. And then everyone lives in their own dreams. So understanding that everyone's perspective of what's going on is different. And so, if someone's acting a certain way, to just be, one, non-judgmental, but two, to also have the self-compassion to express yourself if it's hurting you. On the back it says, all people live in their own dream, in their own mind. They're in a completely different world from the one we live in. And then we have eliminate gossip. So maybe this was a toxic thing that you've been finding in your community right now, the people that you have been spending your time around, and perhaps it's made you not trust people. So one, this is showing you that this could be an aspect of yourself if you're still attracting it. But two, that maybe these are the flowers that you're picking that are no longer serving you, and this is what's been holding you back this whole time, is gossip. And those people that you would like when I said gossip, immediately those people that your mind went to, that is what you're clearing away so that you can plant the dreams that you really love. And when you do this, it'll just take off and you'll get everything you want. Because see, you sacrificed something that once meant a lot to you, and you can walk into wisdom and connection and authenticity. So that was for Celestite. Thank you for watching. Next we have this stone. Someone please tell me what it is, because I always forget. And we have partnerships and alliances, solar plexus chakra, mental conflict, spiritual strength, and temptation. Then we have X, journey, protect your dreams. And then we have don't take anything personally, love and respect yourself. And don't make assumptions, speak openly and honestly. So this card in this deck says partnerships and alliances. So this could be that you or other people are or will be working together. And it has to do, I feel like it's something that brings you energy. Like, it's something that you get really, you see like the yellow coming here? I feel like it's like a divine inspiration. Also, if you work with archangels, this is the color of Raphael. So if you envision before you an angel in this colored, like the violet and yellow, kind of coming to you from the clouds, that's Raphael. And it's something that feels very right and something that sparks that inner creativity in you, and you feel driven behind it, and you feel passionate about it, and it brings that life back into you, pushes you forward. You still might be feeling conflicted about it with this card. I just see, because there's the same color here, so it might be financial worries, because inside of his head you see there's like the red, that's the root chakra, that's security. So and it could also be anger, like some kind of anger is what's preventing you. Oh my gosh, that's so it. These little eyes of anger are what's preventing this beautiful blessing, because when you have this beautiful light dream, this energy must not get mixed into it. this energy must be transmuted before this can come. So whatever you're holding any anger about, you really need to look at that and see it as something that has given you strength in the past. That is how you will transmute it. When you take that little red demon in your head and you really look at it and you send it love, the color of the heart chakra, you see that he is, and send it divine love and pray for it and wish what's absolute best for it. That's how you can heal this. Even if you're tempted to maybe like, I always think of the freaking throat chakra when I see this. If you're tempted to just like talk, like use your throat chakra for harm, could be for some of you here. But even more than that, for this healing, it's important to recognize that the people who hurt you are mirrors of yourself, and they're showing you your own inner demons. And this healing will come through choosing to look at this instead of just pushing it away. A deep knowing, it's like you haven't been wanting to look at it from a place of love. You've been wanting to stay angry. But it's important that, do you see there's like this blue dot here and there's this blue dot here? That it's not something that you can push away. Because when you choose to look at it, that's when you'll get the strength and the healing. And you'll just feel love. And a balance will be restored through that. This could also be anxiety. Like there's like the devil in your head is causing you anxiety, because in other decks, oh no, this is 9 of Wands. So just feeling exhausted, like you've been wounded a lot. But don't listen to that demon in your head that's talking to you either, you know, like say that little demon's talking to you through the third eye. Push that shit away, like this guy, and just know that this isn't the truth. This is the truth, and it's far greater than you. This happened karmically for the greater good of all beings. So stop listening to this guy. Stop listening to this guy and listen to this guy who is protecting you and uplifting you and helping you grow spiritually. Also, this one feels a little bit more convoluted than the others. So if you chose the second one, you may be feeling a little bit more unsure or stuck than the other ones. This could have to do with an ex, so feeling angry about your ex, but recognizing, it says at the bottom, reunite with a lost aspect of your soul. I feel like this goes back to seeing the teacher in everybody, and seeing what they can teach you, and that'll help you recover the lost aspects of yourself that were wasted in feeling angry. And look at what that person taught you too. If you're having like anything coming up in your life right now that's bringing them back into your mind, just look at what they taught you and what they showed you. You can also expect to hear your guidance, since I use these dream cards as guidance cards, from your ex, you guys. Patience and planning, choices and decisions. So maybe you're angry with them because of their choices and their decisions. And maybe you've been really patient with them too, or you've been waiting for it to bloom, but it's not happening. And if that's so, then it's this destruction thing, you know, what you say, holding on to the past. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm losing cards, you guys. Where did that go? Oh, right there. Holding on to the past. Past heart stuff, you guys. They're interactive cards. They're talking to us. This one also does feel really particular. Oh, destiny. There you go. This is a karmic partner, you guys. They're teaching you something. You have the devil. You have the ex. You have destiny here. and you have spiritual strength. So this is someone here that was to teach you, like you agreed before being incarnated to go through this experience so that you could become who you were. And that's how it'll make you this master of your own mind and your own willpower. And you'll form these really strong relationships because maybe this person told you what you were and you weren't willing to accept. You have 33, that's a master number. And then at the bottom, to end this off, we have don't take anything personally, love and respect yourself. So knowing that, everyone has their own inner demon, you guys. Everybody does. And we just need to hold each other in love. Speak openly and honestly. Don't make assumptions. So if you're having problems with getting over this whole ex thing, it might be time to, have a conversation. And that'll help bring clarity. This is also like sun clarity. And, it'll bring back that joy and happiness when you can, let out what you've been holding in here and move forward. I feel like this reading is for a few different people because there's just all these different messages. There's a few different people that are getting different things from this. Yeah. Love and respect yourself too. So this person might have been showing you what it meant for you to show yourself love and respect. And maybe when they come in, you're not loving and respecting yourself, and that's what you need to look at. But there's also something karmically with speaking openly and honestly. So needing to use your voice and look, he's like throwing the throat chakra looking thing, yeah. So you're moving from a place of relationships that were keeping you down here and like suppressing your power pretty much into a place of people who fulfill you and make you feel really good and happy. But it takes releasing that, respecting yourself, protecting yourself, and releasing any anger and regret and negative memories of the past to get the spiritual strength to move forward. That's what this is all about. So, and then we have journey, time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. So you might be going on a journey. Maybe you went on a journey. And maybe you're looking at what a wild journey it's been. And then you have protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams and they're safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. So, yeah. I feel like this one is kind of talking about that thing when like too many people know what you're doing. There are too many opinions and thoughts and attachments to it that it can kind of muddy it. And then it might not happen how you want it to. So if you are planning on like moving, maybe keep it to yourself for a while. If you're planning on taking a trip, maybe keep it to yourself for a while. Yeah. Okay. So, oh my goodness. This one is a lot of mental work, I feel like, because my head just this whole time has felt like very overwhelmed. So you might be feeling overwhelmed in your head too about a move that you're about to take. And it might be because there is something that hasn't been cleared up yet that needs to be cleared up before you can go. So next, we have the Amethyst with the little sprout. And our cards are third eye chakra, rest and rejuvenates, memories of love, love begins, flying, wait for winter, magical gateway, discern the truth and let go of self-judgment and blame. So for those of you that chose Amethyst this time of specifically, well, whenever you're watching this, but if you're watching it around the time of the coronavirus, especially then, this is a time of really getting in touch with your intuitive and your spiritual self and getting in touch with the divine. You may be recovering from some sort of heartbreak also. which would make sense because we have the Pleiadians, the lovers, the heart chakra, the sacral chakra, the death card, disruption, the tower, all this stuff. So a lot of people are going through it, but maybe you specifically are still needing to release something really emotional. But with the flying card, I feel like this should be talked about first, actually. We have the third eye chakra, rest and rejuvenance, and flying. So for some of you, you might be practicing on like astral projecting. That's for some of you. Or like being more conscious in your dreams, maybe, so that you can fly. But I get really heavy that those of you that chose Amethyst have been really using this time to meditate and get in touch with yourself. And with that, I'm going to tie these two together. Also, third eye chakra and memories of love. So you might be storing something in your mind that you need to release specifically, like something mental, a mental block, something that happened in the past surrounding love that has entrapped your mind into negative patterns. Right now, what you're doing is stepping aside, sorting through your brain, almost like cleaning out a filing cabinet, so that you can release this and gain this, which is really its wholeness. It's filling your own cup. Maybe you were in a relationship where you were always filling someone else's cup because you felt like you had to, and now you're filling your own cup. We also have healing here, and this really goes hand in hand with feeling rejuvenated as well, like really taking this time to rest and nourish yourself and show yourself self-care. With Wait for Winter and Magical Gateway, this makes me feel like you've been planting seeds all winter, and this coronavirus specifically, or whatever you're watching, when you watch this, whatever's happening in your life when you watch this. But what you thought about over the winter is now coming manifest, and this time is so that you can be stepping aside from maybe what you usually would have been doing, to take time for yourself. So if you were someone who is really social, now you don't get to be social, and that's the gateway for you to like use this time constructively. Or if you were working at a job you don't like and now you're laid off, well, guess what? All winter you didn't want to be working your job and you want to be doing something else. So now those seeds that you planted are leading you somewhere else. And it is a magical gateway, but you need to have faith that, this is connecting with God too. And loving yourself and doing, like, trusting that you can do what you love as a form of self-care and something that's necessary. And then we have discern the truth. So I feel like when you get something that feels so real in your life and it lights you up and it makes you feel connected and it brings you to a place that nothing else can really enter, because you're just in union with your consciousness and with the higher divine. This is the key. So whatever it is you've been focusing on, or being brought through this magical gateway, recognize the signs and really see that, especially if your intentions are good, and you're wishing well for others and keeping that in your mind, what's meant to you will come to you and it will be good. On the back it says the problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. If we make an assumption, we understand, we take it personally, then we react by sending emotional poison with our word. This creates a whole big drama for nothing. So not making any assumptions about where you're going, not making assumptions about other people. This could be with the memories of love in the third eye chakra. Like, that to me feels like maybe you created something with your thoughts in the past and you wanted to blame someone else, but you're having to release that now. And that's the key. Seeing the truth in a situation, that there's always going to be dark and there's always going to be light. So remembering that it wasn't all the dark, that there was the light too. And don't judge yourself, because next we have let go of self-judgment and blame. So maybe you blame yourself for what happened, and that's not fair to yourself. Like I said, there's always dark and there's always light. So as you forgive yourself, you forgive them. As you care for yourself, you care for them. As you move towards what feels good and whole to you, you allow them to move forward with what feels good and whole to them, remembering that you are connected. On the back it says, being impeccable, you take responsibilities for your actions, but you do not judge or blame yourself for anything. So learning from what happened instead of judging it. And knowing that as you forgive yourself and you forgive others, you are, getting blessed through that, through treating yourself well. Releasing any mental blocks. And then finally we have the Garnet. Here we have the Magician, the Chariot, the Firm Foundation / Four of Pentacles in reverse, and Prosperity Begins. That's the Ace of Pentacles. Then we have Cards, Manifestation, Become a White Magician, and Enjoy Heaven on Earth. So, for those of you that chose the Garnet, this whole thing, this whole shift that's been taking place regarding your heart, the way that you create, the way that you connect, the way that you view others, the way, what you're letting go of, the way that you're letting go, the way that you're moving forward are all acting as white magic for what you're moving towards. And it's all stemming from a place of becoming aware of what you're going through, becoming aware of the way the universe works, becoming aware of duality, with the Triumph card next to it, mastering that mental alchemy and being able to see your situation in a way that is from a place of total love and acceptance and understanding and non-judgment. Coming from a place of knowing that the thought seeds that you plant come to fruition, and so really taking control of what it is you choose to think about, what it is you choose to consume, how it is you choose to act, what it is you choose to believe. And through doing this, your foundation might be knocked out from under you, but it's because that foundation is what was holding you back. And when you move forward, these old ways, these old paradigms, this old way that you found abundance in your life, it's all tumbling. It's like this Tower card here, see? And then you have mental alchemy here with Temperance and the Chariot and transformation that comes from awareness, something ending because you became aware of it, and you chose to move forward in a positive way. So through releasing this, prosperity will finally begin as your new thought seeds begin to take place. But first you have to release your safety net from under you is what I'm getting. If you choose to trust and connect with spirit and source and the divine, you need to trust that, and becoming a white magician, you need to trust fully. And whatever you were clinging to before, because this is the Miser card, the Four of Pentacles, whatever you were clinging to was what was keeping you down. So once you can finally release it, and let your thought seeds grow, and maybe accept help too. You see the two hands, accepting help in partnership. You will get the beginning of something new and beautiful and very fruitful. And it's because you took control, or you're about to take control. Get into the driver's seat of your life. Don't let anyone else tell you what you have to do. Don't let anyone else control your decisions but you. You do what sparks joy and love and light in you. And if that's being a fucking magician, be a fucking magician. Recognize that not everyone will understand, you or your path. And know that that's what's tumbling as you move away triumphantly from this that was holding you back and making you feel like you had to cling to life. Know that you don't have to cling to life because you are supported. You are supported in everything that you do, especially when you work with the divine, especially when you're a white magician who's creating heaven on earth. When you're coming from a place of love and wanting to heal yourself and wanting to help others heal and wanting to become aware and wanting to help others on their journey to become more aware and shattering these old paradigms and bringing prosperity and community and compassion, you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about the shattering foundation because you've outgrown it and you're moving forward in such a beautiful way. Because we have manifestation here. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life, magician. Write it down on a piece of paper. Manifestation step 1. So get your thoughts down. Proclaim that that's what you want. Proclaim it. Move forward. Watch as your maybe foundations shatter a little bit. And be patient for this to come in, because I'm feeling like it's going to come in quick. But you need to trust first. You need to trust, and you need to know what you want, and you need to nurture your connection with the divine. And behind these, White Magician, we have all the magic you possess is based on your word, and you cast spells all the time with your opinions. You can either put a spell on someone with your word, or you can release someone from a spell. So using your voice very wisely to create your reality, because it's very potent. It's our God-given gift as human beings that we can communicate with our voices. So do you create heaven with what you say, or do you create hell with what you say? Do you wake up and say, oh, I love today. I am ready for my destiny. I am powerful. Like with these two cards, I feel like they both are saying be impeccable with your words. So affirmations are going to be extra important for you right now. I am deserving of prosperity. I am ushering in a new reality. I am overcoming paradigms that I have outgrown. And as I grow, other people will grow. And as I become more authentic in the way I live, others will become more authentic in the way they live. And as I grow in faith that everything will be okay and I will always be supported and protected, others will grow in that way of knowing that they will always be protected and supported. And then here we have enjoy heaven on earth. Impeccability of the word can lead you to personal freedom, success, and abundance. You can't attain the kingdom from this, or you can attain the kingdom of heaven from this one agreement. Be impeccable with your word. So this is so, so, so important for you guys, because you speak your reality into being potently. And so if you were in this old paradigm that's about to be shattered, maybe you were telling yourself, well, I don't deserve this, or I have to do this to have prosperity. I have to, trust that I'll always have a job no matter what, even if I hate it. I have to be in this relationship because if I don't, I can't afford to live alone. I have to have this career because otherwise I'll never make the money, or I'll never make money doing what I love. Those are things that no longer pertain to you. And so it would be best for you, since you are becoming aware of this, to move away from that way of being. And what you're moving towards is, taking control of your life consciously through what you say, and knowing that you speak reality into being every day. Every day. Choose the words you say. Are they conducive to what you want? Is what you say what you want? And if not, look at that and change it. Okay. So that's all that I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you the best in all your endeavors. And if you'd like a private reading, just check out my website, mercy.com. Thank you.